Hello, hello, hello chaps, it's turn 81. So I've empowered these two Dione in blood so that they can equip an Athame each. Although the one that lost his arms couldn't equip one, so he had to equip a Blood Skull. And they can cast Blood Feast, which will remove most of their afflictions. And maybe they'll cast it a second time to get rid of the last one. So still summoning some wolves. I killed someone called Inburka here. I don't know who that guy was. Maybe... I think it probably wasn't an important target. So, Chuemon the Dione survived both mind hunts that came his way, summoned some more revenants to do research, more failed mind hunts, this time down on the throne that is taking from Roos. Haruspex didn't find anything. Bind Archdevil. So I now have this guy, who doesn't actually really give me any more... he doesn't give me any more magic access that I didn't already have. And he's a pretty good chassis for morale and magic resistance and attack and defense skill and all the rest of it. This is a good super combatant, but he is kind of actually not as good as a Dione because he has less magic. He's not sacred, but he is. The berserk is actually from his sword, isn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, the berserk is from the sword. So really, all he has going for him is a higher level of fire magic to cast more Phoenix Pyre with less fatigue, or I mean, he generates a fire gem. He's a good chassis. I guess the fact that I'm comparing him to a Dione is a compliment, even though he's weaker. It's not like I could summon Diones with blood slaves. That would be quite fantastic if I could. Some more failed site searching and mind hunts. Some more summons of like stuff. I destroyed both of Machaka's remaining temples this turn. Pretty good blood slave income. Killed a disease demon with a Mound King who had no gear, so that was very lucky. The Mound King has 14 defense skill, or 15 or something, and this guy only has 14 attack skill, so it is possible to survive. It's quite unlikely though. These Gudus are Air 2 mages, and they each had 2 air gems to summon an air elemental on this province defense. The only Shugo raided this province of Shakas. He'll probably get mind hunted to death. Is using this fancy boy. He's using this very, very fancy boy. Doesn't have any magic paths. He hasn't been empowered, and probably won't be. He's also not sacred, because the 2 more important items to give him were apparently the Ring of Regen and the Amulet of Anti-Magic. So yeah, this is a 10 fear, 10 regeneration, 3 ore, 25 invulnerability, heat 15, recuperation, 10 unrest per turn, spreads chaos, unsurroundable. So this is although it's only got 12 defense skill anyway. And look at all these attacks, like it's weak poison except for strong poison there. Dragonfire is just Dragonfire, but boy is this guy a Chad. I mean, this is that's pretty strong damage, and it's piercing as well. So some of that will always get through reasonable protection scores. Go on, breathe fire. Breathe some fire, bro. Breathe fire. I want to see him breathe fire. Yeah. I think he farted that, actually. But anyway, so that's that guy. I didn't script this Hanya correctly, so she actually just, like, derped and died. These guys had no commander except for the Demon Priest, and this time this guy didn't run away from the ghosts. So we got quite unlucky there, I guess. Well, not unlucky, I just was being disorganized. I don't know why I left my troops here in Nashen anyway. I meant to take them out of this province. I must have just left them there by accident. Some more province raiding going on. This is kind of fun. We get to see Falling Frost get used. 80 pygmy archers. They really are small, aren't they? I'm actually a pygmy myself. I have slight... I think I have some slight Hottentot Kalahari Desert Bushman genes, like 1% or something. So this is actually me. This guy's my ancestor. Deep inside, I'm actually a 4-foot-tall pygmy Negro from the Kalahari Desert. Go on, cast Falling Frost. Cast it. Oh! And again, and again, and again. Is that it? More falling frosts? Oh. That was cool though, seeing like 20 of them die in one hit. My ancestors. Okay, so I took this fort from... Hey, Morn. Isn't Morn a place in the Black Company fantasy series? I thought it was. Anyway, we just took that with some little demons instead of faffing around getting my Dione killed by Soulslay. Captured a fortress from Machaka. 2 more disease demons. Is he summoning them as like units and then making them commanders with a spell? It's pretty weird. I really don't know what's going on with that. And these disease demons. I don't know how he's getting them. Failed to capture this fortress, but didn't lose anything. Failed to cause any casualties either. So it looked like all our troops got caught up on the wall defenders and didn't actually go for the enemy mages. Also, this guy will have been summoning a lot of skeletons to get in their way. That's a pretty nice event. How many gems is that? 22 plus 8? 30 gems. 30. And yeah, nothing else of note here. Still haven't got rid of the Harvester of Sorrows in this province. Anyhow, so the overview for this turn is that he has reinforced this army, and he hasn't actually attacked. He hasn't attacked Zion yet. So I patrolled this turn and killed one of his scouts, I think. Yeah. So he knows what I've got here, and I'm actually not going to patrol this turn. I've set everyone to go inside. I've set everyone, like I was saying, I've set everyone to go inside the fort. And because I don't need to fight Machaka anymore, because I can now see just how much Dominion he has left. Assuming he doesn't somehow have Dominion in the water here. I don't think he does though. Yeah, because of the heat scales, you can tell. He has no candles in this province, 5 candles here, 1 candle there, and then 2 candles there. So he has 8 candles left, none in his cap. Now last turn, I think this was at 2 of his candles, and this was 4 of his candles. So that's a 4 candle swing in this province, it's a 5 candle swing in this province, and all he has left is 8. So assuming my Dominion goes into this area and doesn't get caught up spreading down here or elsewhere, like all the way over here, assuming it actually goes down to this region, my Dominion will actually kill him next turn, or possibly the turn after that. So he still has 2 considerable armies, and maybe that's a reason to not move this army here. Maybe I should move it here, just in case he moves his troops here. Because now that I expect that he's about to get Dom killed, and I killed these 2 temples as well, with Tesso Temple Destruction, that means it's obviously not worth it to fight him anymore. His forces are about to dissipate and disband, so why would I want to lose anyone in that kind of battle? I'll send this guy here, sending a couple of Dione over here, just in case he tries to fight me here. I mean, in case does. Although has so many Urmalus, they could actually attack me anyway, using this road to get here quicker. Is about to storm this fort. I am mind hunting on this fort quite heavily, to try and stall that and inconvenience him, but actually these 2 guys weren't in range. They're so far away. So this is when you know that your mages are too far away from the front lines, is when they can't even cast a Mind Hunt, which has a 6 province range, and this is 8 provinces away. So they're moving now. Hopefully this area doesn't get raided, because it's got some big mages in it, like this guy. This guy is Astral 4, so when I give him the Ring of Wizardry, and he's already wearing a cap, so if I give him... Where is the Ring of Wizardry? Crap, have I lost it again? It's on one of my commanders. But when I give him this thing, the Crystal Coin, and the Ring of Wizardry, which is currently in use by my... No, it's not in use by my Prophet. My Prophet is wearing 2 Rings of Regen. Where the hell is the Ring of Wizardry? Oh no, I've lost it. I've put it on the wrong guy, and now I don't know where it is. Shite. Where is it? Where have I put it? Oh my word. Is it over here? What have I done? Why do I keep on doing this? I struggled to find it earlier when it was in the... Anyway, if I can find it, I'll get this guy who's base Astral 3. With 3 Astral boosters, he can forge the Sword of Orgelma, which auto-casts luck, battlefield luck, every battle. Oh, but where the fuck has it gone? Do I need to replay this entire turn so that I can move it back to my laboratory? Is it already in here? Oh, right, it's here. Okay. I need to put it here so I remember where it is. Right, yes. So anyway, that will enable him to forge the Sword of Orgelma. Orgelma? I can't say that. Will of the Fates. Will of the Fates. Battlefield-wide luck. Very useful thing to have. So that'll be a thing. Also, I'm going to have some... I've got some boosters lying around. I've got this and this. So any Naminari, any Nature 1 mage with 2 boosters can cast Mass Regeneration, I'm fairly sure. Let's just check. Yeah, they can cast it, because it's a 4-path spell, but it only costs 2 Nature Gems base. So someone who's Nature 3 can cast it using 3 Nature Gems. So I have some Naminaris knocking around here. They can cast it when I haven't actually... It's really weird that I've ignored such an important spell so far. But that'll change. That's about to change. And I'm about to start casting Mass Regen in my battles. I think that about covers everything this turn. Oh yeah, I claimed this throne, and I'm casting Release Throne Power now. Still not claimed this one yet for the reasons I mentioned before. Built loads of temples. I must have built like 6 temples last turn. So 74 Dominion spread chances, and 18 defense Dominion strength, and that's so plus 12. So I started out with 6 apparently. So yeah, it's not looking good for Machaka, but hopefully maybe this province is... I don't know, he's getting his candles, he's losing candles over here. So Machaka is not long for this world. He has about 1 or 2 turns left. It's kind of sad that I would kill him off this way after losing battles to him. But that's fair enough, man. Anything to win. So the question is now that I see up here, is can actually throne rush? Because I've been thinking that I'll be doing throne rushing and trying to win, but actually it looks like might be about to throne rush. I have 4. He has 2, but I think there's 2 unclaimed thrones in his territory. So he will have 5 if he claims both of those and this one that he's about to seize. So, and where's... Atlantis has 2. And maybe the other 2 unclaimed ones. Yeah, Atlantis has these 2. I think he must also have these 2. So actually Atlantis has 4. And has 3 or something. So I am the favourite to win. I don't think is about to throne rush. But I do need to get over here anyway. It's time, you know. I've defeated Rus. I've defeated Machaka. Basically. It's time now for the big war against Also, it would be nice to claim this whole region and get loads of gold from it. Training loads and loads of priests and loads of mages. My research is... Wow, I didn't expect that to happen. How did it jump up this far? I don't know how it jumped up this far in between turns. Oh, it's because I have all these guys researching. Like, these guys are inept research at 12, but they have so many magic paths that they still research pretty strongly. So yeah, it's from this thing. Still won't get Conjuration 8 this turn. Oh yeah, so I researched Construction 8 this turn, so that's why I'm thinking about making the Sword of Orgelma. Aragelma. I can't bloody pronounce it. And I think I'm forging... I thought I was forging a spear somewhere. Am I actually forging any artifact this turn? What? I don't care at this point. But there'll be some artifacts left over for me to forge, even though I'm very late to the party. I could even empower this Dione more in Astral, although that would be kind of pointless. But I could do it. Oh yeah, and loads of people, loads of Mound Kings running around trying to take demons off from this area. I have 80 corpse constructs. I think this is from 4 or 5 turns of summoning. It's 15 a turn, so I'm not sure how I ended up with 80, exactly 80. But there you go. And that's turn 81. Can't think of what else to say about it. There must be something that I forgot to say, but I'm just not sure what it is. Oh, well, I'm summoning another demon archdevil, that is. So that's nice. And, yeah, that's turn 81. See you chaps next time. Hello, chaps. It's turn 82. And the war with has started. Not with any gigantic battles yet, but he cloud trapezed into this province with his god. And this is his god. So she has a retinue of 2 dogs, 2 lionesses, not important, and these. So what do these do? Well, this item is pretty dog shit on someone who can cast Iron Skin anyway. I would never waste a head slot on this when you can actually just cast it with Earth Paths. This is good. This is pretty good because it doesn't have a limit. It keeps on proccing through the whole battle. So this is nice, and shock damage is pretty important as well if you do run into anyone casting Thunderstrike. Or 5, wow. That must be inherent to her chassis. This is good. This is kind of okay. I mean, it makes her berserk. I'm not sure if that's actually great. I wouldn't value berserk very highly on someone with high morale. Maybe I'm just a bit new to that sort of thing. And this is a pretty decent head protection value. You can see how... Wait, what? The armor value on her head is 38, but the armor value on her body is 15? Oh, right. Before you add in the natural protection. It's kind of weird, though. Why is the head value so much stronger? Does this actually stack with a helmet? That's crazy if so. 38 is equal to 23 plus 15. Wow. So this actually gives you God tier head protection. I never knew that. That might be important in some occasions. So anyway, this is a god. It has a lot of HP. It actually doesn't have any regen, although it'll cast personal regen. It's also casting Phoenix Pyre. So it has all the good stuff for wading in and hitting people. It doesn't do area of effect damage. That's the only real weakness of this, I would say, is that its area of effect damage isn't so high. Also, considering it's your god, I would probably want more magic resistance. Anyway, so they can't even injure her, so she wins that battle, kicks us off the fort of Fastir. But then we turn up and hit her a bunch. And my Dione and even my smaller Oni Shugo has no problem just hitting her. Because she has a 22/33 attack, which just isn't that great. 22 attack skill. Meanwhile, this guy has 23 defense skill and plenty of protection and some regen to keep him safe, as well as fear and aura as well. Although she has high morale, so not that remarkable. Oh, and also these guys actually cast Weapons of Shiva as well. No armor. Is that actually astral armor negating? Blimey, I'm surprised they didn't manage to kill her outright. So yeah, he must be quite impressed with these thugs I've got. Because isn't this guy a Chad? Like, look at this. Oh, I can't click on him from over here. It's too hard to select. Right, that's the wrong one. Oh my god, I can't be bothered to... Right, this guy. 29 attack skill, 45 damage, armor piercing, or maybe armor negating, I'm not sure. Berserk plus 3 will buff this by 3. So she's already taken some afflictions. She's limping, she's weakened, she's diseased. Her shield got destroyed, which is nice. What shield was that? I actually can't remember now. It must have been a really boring shield, because I forget what it was. Did it get destroyed in the previous battle? Probably didn't. Probably the only Shugo destroyed it. No, it did get... She actually got afflicted from the previous battle, okay. I really want to see what sort of shield I destroyed of his now. Okay, it was just this. So it gives you some magic resistance, so it's an okay shield. Anyhow, She gets revived by Phoenix Power quite a lot, and being killed and Phoenix Power revived actually doesn't seem to cancel Berserk. So she ran away after a bit, and now she's in this province. So pretty inconclusive hostilities between us two. I think it favoured me. Something to note is that I'm pretty sure these two stacks of Ermalu can actually move into this province. I think they have enough map move to move through here, onto here. So I'm going to reinforce it a fair bit, this army. Maybe I'll send one of my guys back as well. Like Shoetsu could move back. He's kind of needed with this army. I want to move this army down here, then through here. It's a shame that there's water crossings getting in the way, but mean they have to go like this. Oh well. Machaka still isn't really attacking me that much, so hopefully... Now, he still hasn't been province killed. This is actually Pelagia's dominion. You can tell by the misfortune scales. Machaka has luck scales. So he's got 3 candles left here, and 2 candles... This is misfortune. So I don't know if this is his. It's not Atlantis's. Maybe the misfortune is from a site or a bad event or something. Anyhow, he has 5 candles left. I think these are probably his candles. This could be his candles anyway. So I was hoping he would be Dominion killed this turn. But he's still around. And he rebuilt both of his temples. So I'm casting Call the Tesso again on both of those temples to bring them down again. Obviously I'm trying not to fight him because I want his armies to disappear when he loses all of his dominion. Because now I'm looking into fighting Then there's other things. There's like moving commanders around, moving Mound Kings around, and gearing my commanders and forging more gear. And the fact is that I no longer have any effing clue what the hell is going on with gear. I just have so much trash gear lying around all over the place. I don't even know what to do with it anymore. And it's getting really confusing. Maybe I should give him a... Yeah, branches are pretty dog shit. But the stone bird's pretty dog shit with that attack skill too. Ring of the Warrior maybe? Would that work? Could give him personal regen from the ring, but he already has that as a spell. That's kind of nice. 313 attack value, strikes. Actually, the shock thing would be nice. The one that gives you shock damage. I have to remember what I'm doing here, though. I'm trying to place annoying, cluttering items on people to get them out of my way. But anyhow, I'm forging a whole load of stuff. It's usually the armor and shields that I'm short on. Maybe I need to make some more. This guy can make some more Rings of the Warrior. Did I actually? Yeah, I've lost the disease healing artifact. Ah, here it is. Ah, there we are. So it can go in this province for now, and then I'll forget where I put it again. It's very lucky that I finally managed to find it. So we had some raids between me and Machaka, but honestly at this point I can't be bothered to tell you about them. They don't matter. There were some battles, so we got to see the 7-headed lion snake again. And, oh yeah, we get to see him storming this fort. So we get to see the bless that these Enkidu, or whatever, these Ermalu have. So here's the bless. Darkness won't work too well against them. Wrathful skies won't work. And foul vapours won't work. But they don't have any fire resistance, and they also don't have any cold resistance. And I have water mages, I also have lots of fire mages, of course, so I might be able to make a gigantic bonfire of Ermalu. And that's actually something I almost forgot to do. So let's do that real quick. Amulet of Resilience. Can't use foot slots. Can wear body armor. He's important now because I'm gearing him, so let's give him this. Don't have any shields lying around. Need to forge some more shields. No particular weapons that I should give him. but these Bane Blades are kind of getting on my nerves, so he can have one of those. And yeah, the story with this guy is going to be Phoenix Power. Where is it? Heat? No, not Heat from Hell. Hang on, Heat from Hell won't work because we're in winter. I didn't take heat scales. Ah, how annoying. Yeah, Heat from Hell won't work. Firestorm might work. I'm not sure. I could also call in her and try and get her to do things. Not sure about that. Actually, I'll go back to the original plan with this guy of just where the hell is Phoenix Pyre? Where the hell is it? Ignite souls. All friendly soldiers. I might try Ignite Souls, actually. That might be good. Except that then that's kind of warning him that I'll be using fancy big spells. I'd rather just go in with some dumpy-ass fire elementals, to be honest. Let's not even gear this guy apart from that sword. I don't want to show him all of my cards right away. So now we have a new front. I've always ignored this area, but now I'm going to be attacking into it. Going to move these guys over here. Should probably recruit someone, but this place is still at 208 unrest, so I can't. Still recruiting Astral Mages, still moving Astral Mages around. I had a huge gold surplus, like 1400 gold this turn, so I'm training lots of mages again, trying to patrol this province down, but the unrest just seems to stay up. Maybe I should send a proper fire mage here to do stuff, like a fire random... Actually, this demon priest will do it. He can come and collect our free fiery imps from this province. I cast Release Throne Power on this province and got all of this loot from it, so that was nice. Some magic gems as well. Honestly, this game is it's just getting to the point where I'm not really sure what's going on anymore. But I do know one thing, which is that I have an Astral 5 mage, which is pretty neat. And hang on, wait a minute. Why is he moving? Why is he moving around? Because if I give this guy the Ring of Wizardry, he might be able to forge something. So this gives us some free... I say free, it's kind of an expensive thing to forge. This allows us to summon demons, which is nice. This gives us magic +1, penetration +1, which is pretty good. So what's this? This is magic +1 and penetration +1. Whereas this is... Oh, this is the same thing. Nice, but it's an artifact added by Dominions Enhanced. Blimey, I can't believe I nearly forgot to do this. Wow. So I can destroy fortifications with that. That's quite nice. You could raid palisades with this. This one already exists, but it's pretty cool. Penetration +4, that seems insane. I'm not looking forward to going up against that. This is pretty nice, I guess. Can't forge this because I don't have Fire 5. Hey, I could actually get Fire 5 on this guy. I could actually forge this. And this. Blindness, disease, and death. All that are not sacred in the eyes of the coming god. Very nice. So my little demon swarms that mostly aren't sacred will actually be affected as well. But they don't matter too much. And demons are immune to disease, so really my little Koeni would get blinded by this. But it might be worth it to use against... This is kind of hype, actually. These two items. Fire... Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Fire and... Like, this doesn't matter. This is for use as a remote booster that you keep at home. Oh, yes, I'm going to build some huge boosters right now. I don't have enough miscellaneous slots. I got really excited then. Because to get up to Fire 5, I need to do this. But then I don't have Astral. Yeah, oh well. So I actually can't forge either of those. Anyway, let's go back to this. This is by far the... I can only forge one artifact per month. Oh, for fuck's sake. Now I have to find which other goddamn artifact I decided to forge. I have no goddamn memory whatsoever of forging another artifact this month. And I literally played this turn an hour ago. And I already have no idea. Oh my god. Hell Sword, that's not it. This is so annoying. Earth Boots. Call the Tesso. He's forging a Dwarven Hammer. I should have made more of those earlier on. Storm Spool. She can make a Storm Spool as well. These are good items. I need more of them. Oh my word. Oh no, what have I done? What have I effing done? Oh god. Why did I do this to myself? Okay, let's do it systematically. Let's search every... Alright, forging the Black Book of Secrets. So yeah, the Black Book of Secrets is a fantastic item. But to be honest, I probably already have enough death and blood access already. So it's nice to have, but it's not essential. It doesn't give me anything I don't already have. So probably more important to give myself access to... Well, to spend this guy's mage turn on something else. What's a Sanguine Horror? Oh, this is one of these, it's like a water elemental Doom Horror. Not Doom Horror. It's like a horror version of a water elemental. And it has 50% regeneration. So a Sanguine Horror is absolutely fantastic. I should probably just save up to summon more Archdevils or these guys, Vampires. But Pact of Reinvigoration, kind of nice. I can cast this with the right boosters on people. Pact of Protection, that's pretty sweet. But again, it's kind of this is kind of stuff that you do on a Pretender God, and that's exactly what I'm going to do on my Pretender God. But you can't cast anything underwater, which is blood magic, so that's annoying. And this guy can't get there in time, so he's going to go and cast Release Throne Power on this throne. Do I actually get a discount forging blood items on this province? Looks like I don't. So this only applies to actually the blood rituals. So I want to keep on using it this turn. Don't have enough range to... Actually, it would be very satisfying to use Infernal Disease on Machaka. That would be very satisfying, but it's not really essential. I'm going to make a Sanguine Horror just to see what they're like. Meanwhile, this guy can... Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to have the Ring of Wizardry, the Gem of Creation, and the Ring of Sorcery. Unfortunately, I don't actually have enough misc slots to use them all on the same person. But boy oh boy, those are valuable, valuable items. In fact, does this guy... Yeah, he does need all 3 boosters to forge them. So hopefully he doesn't get assassinated. That would make me very mad. Honestly, yeah, someone resisted a mind hunt. I killed someone called Egther with a mind hunt in this province. Summoned some more revenants, doing some more research, but 2,000 research I feel like is enough. A new... Oh yeah, has cast Forge of the Ancients, so he's going to have a lot of thugs, but they're not going to be Dione. Summoned another Archdevil, he's just another Archdevil. Blood Feasts. So yeah, the Blood Feasts to get rid of afflictions mostly worked. This guy is still missing one arm, but he can go here and get it healed by her eventually. And the other guy who cast Blood Feast has been completely healed. I think it was this guy. So that was right. Yeah, it was this guy. So that was very successful. Something like 6 afflictions gone at a stroke. I'm summoning another Daitengu. It's just too much, man. It's just so much. I can't be bothered to keep track of what's going on anymore. Some raids back and forth with the Machaka, but nothing too crazy. So in Pachuch, we have people dying, but I'm not going to patrol it because I don't really care about Pachuch. That's not how you say it. It's Pazuch. Pazuch. I need to get that right. But in Norville, which is now a province of 2,000 people, I think it was originally 6,000, we finally discovered who it actually was here. And it was actually not Machaka, it was a Roos. He had the Red Death parked here, which is just, I don't really know why, because my guys are immune to disease anyway, so he didn't really do much in the end. And both our Man Kings are diseased, but they're undead, so it doesn't do anything. Had some events go on. So this is from Release Throne Power, some gold, some pop kill, and the Well of Misery healing people's afflictions occasionally. Doesn't seem to happen very consistently, but it's nice when it happens. I've never noticed that event heal one of my guys. And, well, I'm using all of my gems, basically, so I must be playing it reasonably well if I'm using all of my gems. But at the same time, this is starting to feel like a real drag to play. I think I should probably forge another Skull Staff. She can take the Alquill, and I must have a researcher somewhere. Oh, this game is pretty bleak. She doesn't have a lantern. Right, that is turn 82, and boy oh boy is it just too much to keep track of. But the good news is I do now, let's stop transforming her into an Uber Garby and do the real deal, which is boosting her up to Nature 3, and now she's too slow to get to that province, and I want to punch something. So this game is quite annoying. Oh god. How can I forge this many shoes and I still don't have shoes available? Are there any fire gem boots? There is not a single fire gem boot in the game. Even in Dominion's Enhanced. How crazy is that? Please say she can get here now. Phew. Do I have a cornucopia lying around? I do not. I should probably have a cornucopia at some point. But anyhow, it's time to finally turn up to battles with spells to cast. Nature spells. Starting with Mass Regeneration. So I don't have enough effing nature gems. I don't have enough astral pearls to alchemize. I'm starting to get angry. Not really, but there we are. Can I toss some random shit on her to make her more durable? Well, I can put her at the back of the battle, and I don't even care anymore. That is turn 82. For the first time in this game, I'm going to be casting Mass Regeneration in battle, and that is my turn. So see you chaps next time, and hopefully Machaka gets Dominion killed, and then we shall see what has to offer. Hello chaps. Where's my microphone? It's turn 83, and Machaka has raided these two provinces. Has raided these two provinces, and they totally destroyed everything I had in Fastia, so that wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. But we got a good look at two of their rather fancy and powerful commanders that they have, and I lost 2 Dione, and I lost some fire gems, and one of the big fire mages that I have, the fire 3 guys, the demons, one of these, and I lost some little demon troops as well. So pretty bad to just lose 2 Dione. So this is what happened. It was in the ritual phase before my reinforcements moved into the province. If the two forces had been together, I probably would have won, or at least I could have killed some of the Gudus. Maybe this guy would have then survived. So this is Al-Kazim the Great Marid. Definitely a strong guy. And now in the hands of a much more skilled player than we saw before. So all of these guys Cloud Trapezed in. And I don't think this guy has any special action that does that. So they all had to cast Cloud Trapeze, I'm fairly sure. Which means he spent 16 gems on Cloud Trapeze. And then he also had 4 plus 21, 24. So he spent 40 air gems in this battle to bring all these guys in and spam a shit ton, a veritable shit ton of air elementals. Now what I would have hoped for is that these guys would have actually survived the air elementals long enough that their Phoenix Pyre could just keep going off and off and off, unfortunately, what happened is they actually... the air elementals, because there's no chaff here, except the wolves, so very little chaff, the air elementals actually attacked before these guys could bless themselves. So there you have it, and they're still not blessed, and they never do get blessed in this battle. And they have a lot of stuff that's not useful against elementals. They have life drain on the weapons, which is not useful. They have fear, which is not useful, and so on. And they have lots of protection, which again isn't useful. Now, with a lot of ungeared commanders, he probably will have picked up a lot of these items. So he might have the crown charm, the charm crown. He might have a lot of these other items, which are pretty nice. Even this guy, this little Onishugo, was fully geared in this fight. And he was blessed, but he doesn't have the same level of HP. Maybe he does have, actually, almost the same level. So it's a bit disappointing that Christ, the game must be a bit loud when I import. So this guy didn't have lightning resistance, but this guy did. And they all have pretty good defense skill anyway. Unfortunately, this guy just gets trampled really hard, and he also... Berserk reduces your defense skill, so it gets harassed down, I think. No, it gets stunned, okay. And, yeah, he just gets killed, unfortunately. And he can't reinvigorate himself using the weapon. He's not blessed, so missing out on reinvigoration and regeneration there. So this guy just blew up and got killed again. He's got all of these afflictions, including encumbrance +5. So now he's on 118 fatigue, blows up. Basically the air elementals are able to chase them around very fast and just keep on killing them over and over. So that's quite sad. And then in Fastir, when my main army turned up, it got met with them as well. And the Great Marid, I think at this point they just won by spamming Ghost Warriors, and I couldn't fight through them quickly enough. So he actually will have picked up the crown of with frost elementals as well. So he should be very pleased with himself with all the loot he got from that. Very effective. And I can't mind hunt it because the Marid is an astral mage. In Morn, which is the next province along, which he took to prevent me from retreating, he sent in this guy. All of the shadows are his retinue, and yeah, this is basically something that got put in by clearly a Lord of the Rings fan. And I like Lord of the Rings. I kind of find it annoying that every game that's modded has to have a Lord of the Rings mod. So here's the Lord of the Rings mod of the day. Very, very strong magic. Pretty unique. He comes from an artifact that the guy forged. And yeah, so he's in this province now. And I expect him to pussy out and retreat, because he'll want to make sure he doesn't lose this guy to an important counterattack by me. Maybe I should send in... I should probably send in, like, a Hanya, so she can try and kill him with Banefire. See if we get lucky there. This army is moving down here towards this throne, and towards Machaka, so it's going to move there next turn, and I'm just trying to take some of the adjoining provinces, just to be on the safe side. Maybe I should send a Hanya into one of these provinces, just to be on the safe side. And speaking of being safe, she should take a retinue with her. A nice little retinue of... maybe even these trolls, actually. I don't know what else I'm going to do with them. Which one is she? She is Sai. So Sai... I can't pronounce that. I don't know how to pronounce it. Why would I know? It's going to have those guys. And that should be okay. I can't really be bothered to put more thought into it than that. And Machaka protected this temple from Call the Tesso. So this Tesso went off and destroyed this temple again. But he has cast one of the dome spells on his capital. So he does actually have 2 temples this turn, including one here. So I'm going to destroy this one from over here. I'm going to target this one with multiple Call the Tesso spells, because I really, really want Machaka to get Dominion killed. It's so much easier than having to fight his remaining armies. So hopefully that happens. All of my gems have been spent. I've been aggressively spending everything. including a little bit on research. Research still creeping up, not bothering to fill out their researching slots. It's just lightless lanterns now, and I might even cancel that soon, so I can have some more fire and death gems. It's probably long past time it's worth it, actually. I should stop it now. In this province, I'm sending in an Archdevil with all of the fire spells. So Fire Fend, followed by Heat from Hell and Firestorm. And hopefully he'll send these guys into this province without fire resistance, and they'll just die. So that'll be nice. And if my troops die, they're only Koani, so it doesn't matter much. That's really my only plan against to be honest. I feel a bit confident about him in the long run. I'm also threatening him down here. So it looks like he's moved up loads of troops to here, but I'm moving an army down here. Atlantis has a much increased force. This force has increased in size. So he's seen that I've claimed 2 thrones recently. He wants to protect this one, but he knows better than I do just how strong is. So I don't really expect him to aggressively attack me. If he does, he'll wait and see how I fare against first. Either if I'm strong so that I can at least lose some, or if I'm weak so that he can attack instead of me. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Pelagia is just a weak, or he's not a weak player. Has he been set AI actually? He was not so much weak as just not really participating. So he got set to AI because he stopped playing, and is not really an important nation. Hasn't been doing much this game. Rus also went AI, so he just has this one province left. I think he probably has his candles. Yeah, he's got some candles down here left, and he's got this province left. So when it looks like is going to take this fort, and then that'll destroy Rus for good. Not really significant at this point. And that really covers what is going on outside of, with the other players. What am I doing? Well, I am summoning a Vampire Lord, finally, because summoning the Archdevils was nice, but the Vampire Lords can actually do blood hunting. So I'll do that. I am feeling a little bit short on blood hunters. I feel like I should have expanded them more, and the Archdevils were a mistake. I probably should have gone into the vampires first. And part of the reason I want them is because I'm patrolling these provinces down with wolves, so I've got rid of a lot of this unrest. Where was the 153? Maybe I should patrol the cave. I think it's low income anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, and so it's a waste. It feels like a waste to patrol it down and not have a blood hunter to take advantage of that immediately. I did forge that artifact that gives you a magic boost. So now I have 2+1 magic items on this guy, who has also got Earth Boots and the Starshine Skullcap. So this guy is a Chad, and he's forging the Arc. Now the Arc casts this, and typical Illwinter doesn't give you much technical details. I think its magic resistance negates easily, but it's a test that happens every turn, and it's pretty unpleasant what it does to enemy sacreds. I think it probably affects your own troops who aren't sacred. I think it affects everything apart from your own sacreds, but I don't mind diseasing my own demons or even blinding them that much. Killing off a whole stack of Ermalu is probably more important. So that's the artifact I'm forging this turn. I should really forge the Black Book of Secrets, and I will. I'll try and remember to do that soon. Another thing that happened is that income is way, way, way down, from about 4,000 to 2,700. And I think that is because of this global. I think that casting Solar Eclipse reduces income. I'm not really sure. So that's the only thing I can think of. I don't see anything else that's reducing income. I didn't lose many provinces this turn, and you can see how in this province, this used to be 90 or 100 gold. This one used to be 90 gold. I guess it's only 84 now. And also we're in neutral temperature at this point in the year, which is odd because I thought I took neutral temperature scales and it's late winter. So maybe I took heat 1 or something. I don't remember what scales I took. Anyhow, so clearly it's debuffing my income by about a third. That's what it seems to be doing. I think... Yeah, this was like 325 the previous turn. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it just meant I had to cancel some Naminaris and some Demon Priests and some Sorcerers, and none of those are really important mages. They're not Air 2 like the Gurus. So it will hit and Atlantis a lot harder than it hits me. I think I'm much less gold dependent than them. As long as I can train Dione, I don't really care how much gold I have. Not really. Not in the same way that they do. It doesn't eat directly into my mage core in the same way. My Naminaris and Hanyas are more... The death gem cost is more significant than the gold gem cost. And another thing to consider is that we did wipe out the last of Machaka's candles in this province. And this is Pelagia's candles. This has no candles. This has my candle. This is Atlantis. Meaning he only has 2 candles left. So, notwithstanding what I just said about casting Call the Tesso multiple times on this province, I should actually cancel that because it's a waste, probably. I should probably cast it over here. I can't reach that far. Well, I just won't cast it then. Maybe I won't cast it. Yeah, I won't cast it on his temple. It's too much of a waste of fire gems, now that I really think about it again. And I'm sure I had loads of people casting it. Well, that's a saving of 36 fire gems. Just on the off chance that one temple... I mean, theoretically, if he manages to stay alive, then he can make use of his Arcane Nexus and really become a pest. He's already used it to cast Lunar Potency, which has been quite annoying. It's responsible for these wolf attacks. But like I just said, I think the main thing, Solar Eclipse is darkness, so that's good for my troops. And same thing with the income reduction. It's actually worse for the enemy than it is for me. So, yeah, I'm just jabbering now. So that's that. Should probably spend those gems on something else. Not really sure what though. Maybe the one Hanya I had. She can go on to movement patrol or whatever. Whatever. I don't even care, to be honest. This game is starting to be really hard to play. And just feels a bit of a drag, you know. I'm busier in real life and starting to feel the good old Dominion's fatigue. These guys have done their job. They found the guy that was causing pop kill the other turn. So they can stop now. They can move into the battlefield. These Koeni generating masks are starting to feel not hugely relevant anymore. I guess this quill can be taken off her and go underwater. I know what they can do. I can forge some more armor, because even though this isn't the best armor, I am starting to run low on body armor of any description, whether it's good or not very good. So I should forge some more. What's this like? Is that any good? I only have fire gems, really, so I'll do that. And there was probably something else. Well, I'm moving more of my astral mages out into the map, training some more astral mages from here and here and here. And here I have my first sorceress in this province. So eventually I'll be able to do communions. I have someone casting mass regen here or something. I don't even remember. Okay, here, just in case he tries to raid this far in. I'll be there. Goodness. That is turn 83. Is not going to give me an easy time by the looks of it, but this was very expensive for him. It was 40 air gems. He can probably only do that once per turn. Yeah, only once. Yeah. With the Staff of Storms to let his guys cast Summon Storm Power immediately. Yeah, pretty strong combo. Pretty strong combo, but costs a lot for all the Cloud Trapezes. Oh, and another thing I noticed when I was perusing the list of artifacts is that there's an artifact which has been forged that creates a fortress. So the reason has loads of fortresses is because he is creating one every single turn for free. So all of his provinces down here are probably fortified, and I should probably get more scouts in. I am getting more scouts in. I have scouts down here. I have some scouts coming through here as well. Where can I even train them anymore? I don't even remember. I think this province. Yeah, that province. I never have actually used the steel ovens for anything. Still haven't even built a laboratory there. I definitely should do that. Just too lazy, to be honest. But that's turn 83. Let's have a look. Income isn't so good, but Dominion is still just going up. It's just going up and bullying people. It might even... This is Pelagia right here. I wonder if it would actually Dominion kill Pelagia. That would be pretty crazy if it managed to do that. But, Machaka now has only 2 candles remaining. It's not looking good for him. And I get to see certain things with... I get to see the scales and the income levels in these provinces. I get a little bit of income bonus, and I get to use my god in these provinces. Although I'm being very careful with my god right now. He's casting Release Throne Power over here. But when I'm done with him there, he can probably turn up in this sort of area. He could also move down here. He's pretty fast on the map. Or he could move over here to claim this throne as well, just for even more dominion spread. And yeah, order scale's not good though. What are Ur's scales? Do I get to see Ur's scales yet? These are Atlantis's, I'm fairly sure. These are Machakas. That's Rus's, I mean, not Machakas. So I still don't know what scales has. I think they're probably pretty good. He probably does have order scales. But with my Dominion being so strong, it doesn't really matter. I can just fight within my Dominion, and it'll just spread ahead of my armies every single time. So, that is turn 83. Toodles!